Hello, Monica.
Hi, how are you?
Fine, thank you. What a great movie. How
Thank you.
how do you feel when you listen to Bob Dylan?
I mean, he's such an intelligent writer. I liked his music, but now I've become a really huge fan of many of his songs and now have my own sort of relationship with a lot of them. And um yeah, depending on the song, if I hear something in passing, it catches me in a new way. It's kind of fun.
Yeah, and in a kind of way, you're now a little part of his story. What does it mean to you?
Uh, I mean, I don't know. I never thought about it that way. Um, yeah, I guess so. I mean, there have been many films made about Bob, and they all come up every time, or they've all come up in the process of making this film. Um, so yeah, I mean, I'm quite proud to be a part of the community of people who've wanted to tell stories about him and about this whole world and Joan, and um, yeah, I'm proud of that.
Yeah, and beside the relationship to Bob Dylan, Jo is as herself a really strong woman person. What was important for you to bring to the role?
I think that strength is was really important to me. I mean, I see her that way. She speaks very openly about having had performance anxiety and um, she's a nuanced person, of course, but I think she was perceived to be very strong, and I think she is strong, and she's smart and she stands up for what she believes in and she's outspoken. Um, and I think, I was hoping all of that would come through in the performance. I think it's, not so much about trying to like pinpoint moments and show it here, show that here versus that here. But I think in my understanding of her, I tried to just absorb as much of what I could of what she's sort of said about herself and what other people have said about her and tried to embody that to the best of my ability.
Yeah. And what have you learned for yourself from her?
Well, I think I had to borrow her confidence a lot.
Yeah.
I'm not a singer, I don't play guitar, or I wasn't, and I didn't play guitar before this. And that was a huge mountain to climb for me in terms of, developing those skills. And I can be quite a perfectionist about, particularly about portraying a skill set like that. And so I just, I had to kind of just, I guess, set all my fears aside more often than not and try to just embody a more confident exterior, at least, just sort of believe in myself in a way that I think she really believed in her own voice. Um, and and I think I borrow that now. It's a little bit easier for me to like put that hat on
Yeah,
now. Maybe it was before.
that's great. And like you said, you learned to play guitar and to sing. Is it now a new passion for you? And how was it to play the first time with Timothée Chalamet?
It definitely is a new thing for me. I mean, I really love it. My guitar is near where I make my coffee in the morning, and so I often pick it up and play when I'm home. And I really love it. I haven't learned all that much that is new since we wrapped the movie. I mean, we just wrapped in June, but I've tried to keep up with what I've learned. And yeah, I mean, that's such a beautiful experience. I mean, I felt quite emotional several times while learning to play just because it felt so monumental to have learned something so major and to me so difficult. Um, to be able to play was such an exciting feeling, and then to marry that moment with another musician and hearing Timmy's voice and hearing him play and all of our, the accompaniment and our voices harmonizing was was incredible. I mean, I think to just have that experience in life in general with anyone is beautiful. But to get to do it with him and his amazing portrayal of Bob was just like the best.